سوار آمد به مرکب نوروز، خورشید تابان یهو. خوشم که عمر دی سر آمده رنجم بگرفته پایان یهو. بیا که خوش کنم دلم به روی تو شادم کن در این نوبهاران. دور سرما رفته غم به یک جا رفته پا بکوبیم یاران. به من تو بادا سال نو فرخنده، به سال نو گردد ما را لب پر خنده. ستاره بختت چون مهر تابنده، به همه کسان به همه یاران خوش و خرم روزگاران. پای هفتین رو به آینه خوشتر چه باشد، شمع و جمع و جام زرینه خوشتر چه باشد. عیدی از آن یار دیرینه خوشتر چه باشد. گیرم در آغوشش میگویم در گوشش 100 سال به این سالا. بهاریس سواریس می نازنین خورشید اسب نوروز یهو. خوشم که دیوزم بلد سر پاجیر دل باز پیروز یهو. بیا و خوش بکن دل جیت رو وحال و فرسال سوزه یکو. سوز سرما بوش و غم به یک جا بوش و پا بکوبیم یاران. رو به آینه خوشتر درم من، شم و جم و جام زرینه خوشتر درم من. عیدی از اون مهر گنجینه خوشتر درم من. نو گل کشم صاف و بی غشکم 100 سال به سالان.
Hello? Hello? It's just very quiet. Hello? Oh, there we go. Perfect. Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Can I ask everybody to please take your seats? Thanks, everyone. If everyone could take their seats, please, we'll be starting shortly. All right. Hello, everyone. Happy Nowruz to everyone. Nowruz Mubarak. Welcome to the inaugural Nowruz celebration on the unceded homelands of the Musqueam, Squamish, and Tsleil-Waututh nations. My name is Nikki Jalali, and I'm your MC today. My family and I immigrated to Canada from Tehran, Iran in 2002. And as part of our proud Iranian community and heritage, it is a particular honor to be here today and be part of this event. I'd like to share a moment and talk to you about the meaning of Sal Tahvil. Sal Tahvil refers to the exact moment of the year where we celebrate Nowruz, or the change of the year, and the spring equinox. Sal meaning year and Tahvil meaning change. However, it also symbolizes a desire for transformation towards the better, being a better person and having a better future. This includes making wishes and thinking of resolutions for the coming year. This is also related to the prayer many of those who celebrate Nowruz say moments before Sal Tahvil, which speaks to the concept of transformation and asks the Creator for transformation of one's soul or self towards a better one. I now invite everybody to please take a few moments silently to reflect back on the year that's gone by and the year that's coming, and whether you're thinking about any transformations for yourself. Thank you. So before we begin our program today, I would like to invite Tsleil-Waututh Elder Carleen Thomas to the podium to open the event with a traditional welcome. Carleen Thomas is a Special Projects Manager for the Treaty Lands and Resources Department of the Tsleil-Waututh Nation. Ms. Thomas works on building relationships with communities and various government entities encompassed within the homeland and water of the Tsleil-Waututh Nation. A lifetime activist, Carleen is most proud of being a wife, mother, and grandmother of 5. She hopes that her good work will affect change beyond her time. Welcome, Carleen.
OCM Nitsiaya. OCM Nitsiaya. I Tanishkwalowin. Kwitsi Kwitnala Ihui. Antha Ansachalot. Antha Mana Synthaya Itsiat Max Slahot Siam. anta imeth kwethan sachalot kwetslahot siam. Hait sepka, meet sep quatwilum e homathquium e schochotmish e slauta tometh. So what I said to you in the very teeny tiny bit of my language that I know called Hankamitnam, I said to you, my respected friends, the feelings I have inside, or I feel really good to see you and to be with you here today. And in Coast Salish way, I introduced myself to you with my ancestral name. My name is Ansachalot. It was given to me by my grandmother when I was a much younger woman. And in Coast Salish protocol, it dictates that I share with you a little bit of who my family is. And we do that for a number of reasons. The most important, though, is that it informs you, the audience, that I know who I am, I know where I come from, and I know what my responsibilities are as a Welmochta, as a grandmother, or granny. I'm known as granny. So my parents are Ernie and Deanna George. My father is the current hereditary leader of my people, and my grandparents are the late hereditary chief, John L. George, and the late Lillian or Dolly George, as she was known to her friends. Then I raised my hands, and in Coast Salish way, this is a sign of welcome. Hait Sepka, thanking all of you. Me Sepwitwilam, I'm welcoming you here to the homelands and waters of the Musqueam, the Squamish, and the Tsleil-Waututh people. I actually want to teach you how to say the name of my people. Tsleil-Waututh. 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 And it means people of the inlet. So it refers directly to the Burrard Inlet, the Indian Arm, and the Indian River. So now you learned something today. I'm really honored and humbled to be here today and thank Ellen for reaching out. And somebody, I think it might have been Amir, might have dropped my name and said, please. So I'm really happy to be here. I'm really happy to welcome you here. And as I didn't realize Nikki was going to read a little bit of my bio, but that's what I do. I build relationships between my community and other communities. So I take this as another first step to working with your community and building that relationship, and look forward to the rest of what this morning or this afternoon holds for us. I will say a really quick prayer. Creator, grandmothers and grandfathers, we give thanks for this day. We give thanks for the circles of family, friends, and colleagues gathered here this afternoon, and we ask you to bless us with open hearts and open minds as we carry on with the work that is placed before us. We hold up to you our friends and family that are suffering physically, emotionally, and spiritually, and ask you to wrap them in your loving arms and heal them. We ask for those who have traveled a far ways to be here this afternoon, that you blanket them in protection and return them safe to their families' loving arms. For these and other intentions that we have in our hearts, we leave with you this afternoon, all my relations.
Thank you so much, Carleen. I would now like to introduce the group Chakame, who will perform two traditional Iranian pieces, Because of Love and Season of Blossom.
دست محبوب ندانم چون کنم ز دست محبوب ندانم چون کنم واسه هجر رویت دیده جیهون کنم واسه هجر رویت دیده جیهون کنم دست محبوب ندانم چون کنم ز دست محبوب ندانم چون کنم واسه هجر رویت دیده جیهون کنم واسه هجر رویت دیده جیهون کنم یارم چو شمع محفل است دیدن رویش مشکل است سر به منی پای در گل است بر خط و خالش مایل است بر خط و خالش مایل است یار من دلدار من کمتر تو جفا کن یادی آخر تو ز ما کن یادی آخر تو ز ما کن رفتم بر آن ماه رو با او نشستم رو به رو گفتم سخنهامو بمو گفتم سخنهامو بمو رفتم بر آن ماه رو با او نشستم رو به رو گفتم سخنهامو بمو گفتم سخنهامو بمو یار من دلدار من کمتر تو جفا کن یادی آخر تو ز ما کن یادی آخر تو ز ما کن یادی آخر تو ز ما کن هوا هوای بهار است و باده باده ناب هوا هوای بهار است و باده باده ناب به خنده خنده بنوشیم به خنده خنده بنوشیم جرعه جرعه شراب می در ساغر اندازیم فلک را سقف بشکافیم در بین و در اندازیم اگر غم لشکر انگیزد که خون عاشقان ریزد من و ساقی به هم سازیم بنیادش براندازیم در دست از رودی خوش بزن مطرب سرودی خوش که دست افشان غزل خوانی پاکوبان سراندازیم بهشت عقل اگر خواهی بیا با ما به میخانه که از پای خمش یک سر که از پای خمش یک سر به حوض کوثر اندازیم به حوض کوثر اندازیم بیا تا گل برافشانیم می در ساغر اندازیم فلک را سقف بشکافیم در بین و در اندازیم
Thank you to all the members of Chakame, Sina Hosseini on tar, Sudab Amani on vocals, Faribors Alaqaband on rubab, and Behnam Salehi on daf. Ladies and gentlemen, it's now my pleasure to invite Mayor Kennedy Stewart to say a few words and read the 2019 Nowruz Proclamation.
Well, good afternoon, everyone, and happy Nowruz. It's my pleasure to be hosting this inaugural Nowruz celebration here at City Hall with my council colleagues. And before I go to introduce them, I just wanted to say thank you very much to Nikki for emceeing. But to Carlene, I never tire of hearing your greetings and your prayers, and we've known each other for almost a decade now, and I just wanted to thank you for participating. So we have, lucky to have some city councilors here today. We have Christine Boyle, Adrian Carr, Melissa DeGenova is here. Melissa? Oh, okay. Coming in a little later, Lisa Dominato, Pete Fry, Colleen Hardwick, Sarah Kirby-Young, Jean Swanson, and Michael Weeb. Let's have a round of applause for our councilors. We were almost here till midnight last night deciding on community grants, and we're here again tonight. So very, very hard-working crew, and it's my great pleasure to be working with them as we move the city forward. We also have John Irwin here, Park Board Commissioner. There he is. Thanks, John. Estrella Gonzalez from the school trustee. Nice to see you, Estrelita. And Barb Parrott. Did Barb make it today? I know she wanted to come, but so we'll pass on our good will to her. Michael Lee, local MLA. Thank you, Michael, for coming. And we have a special guest, the Turkish Consul General Anil Borananan. Is he here? Thank you very much. Nice to see you again. And Afghan Consul General Mohammed Salim Wadat. Thank you for coming today. So in January of this year, Council passed a motion that the City of Vancouver would add Persian New Year to its official celebrations and observations calendar. Nowruz is a celebration of spring equinox, marking the beginning of the year for hundreds of millions of people worldwide, and is celebrated in more than 15 countries from Eastern Europe to Central and South Asia. It is a public holiday in over 10 countries as is included in the UNESCO list of intangible cultural heritage of humanity. In 2009, the Parliament of Canada passed a bill to officially add Nowruz to the national calendar of Canada, and the province of British Columbia proclaimed March 20th as the Day of Nowruz in BC. Nowruz is a holiday that is about connecting people of diverse cultures and backgrounds with nature, and Vancouver is proud of its diversity and its connection to nature. Gestures of cultural inclusion, such as what we're doing today, increases all residents' knowledge of different cultures. The celebration also assists refugees and immigrants to feel welcome in their new home and provides an opportunity to participate and to be recognized as part of Canadian society. So I really want to thank the members of the organizing committee who have helped put this together today. Before I thank them, of course, I think we should all give a round of applause to our great staff who continually put together events like this tirelessly. So let's give them a round of applause for all the work they do. So the organizing committee that helped put this together is Amir Bajakian. Do you want to? Yeah, thank you. Leah Fala, Sadi Marabi, Tara Zazimi, sorry. Just, you know, if I put my glasses on, this is going to work a lot better. So I'm just going to dig them out here. Halfway through. Thanks. So we have Sarah Sagai as well. Yes, thank you. Nagar Rogianan, and Sadef Amini. Thank you very much. I probably didn't get one of those right despite practicing, but I just wanted to thank you so much for all the work you do. I know it's volunteers really make this city go forward, and it's a wonderful day today thanks to your work. I'd also like to now invite the planning committee to come forward and stand together with me while I read the proclamation. So if you could come forward, that would be great. Come on up. Don't be shy. Come on up. There we go. And this is the tricky part, reading it into the microphone while looking like I'm pointing forward. So today we have the Nowruz New Year celebration. So I'll read it. Whereas Canada recognizes the diversity of Canadians and is committed to multiculturalism, to preserve and enhance the multicultural heritage of Canadians. And whereas British Columbia's vision to embrace cultures and traditions of its peoples with opportunities to live and grow, and whereas the City of Vancouver is home to a diverse community of cultural and linguistic backgrounds and celebrates the exchange of cultural values and rituals and promotes celebrating community-based customs and holidays, and whereas Nowruz, which marks the beginning of spring and the arrival of the new year for hundreds of millions of people around the world for thousands of years, including many Vancouverites of Iranian, Afghan, Kurdish, Azeri descent, as well as Zoroastrian, Baha'i, and Ishmaeli communities, among others. Nowruz is, and whereas Nowruz is a time for celebration and transformation, and a time that not only does nature strive for renewal, but also a time for people to reflect upon their deeds, and whereas Nowruz has become recognized celebration in the City of Vancouver and encourage all citizens to celebrate the arrival of spring. Now, therefore, I, Kennedy Stewart, Mayor of the City of Vancouver, do hereby proclaim Wednesday, March 20th, 2019 as Nowruz Celebration. There we go. Over to you. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Mayor Stewart. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd now like to introduce our speaker, Masume Price. Masume Price is a social anthropologist born in Iran and educated in Iran and the United Kingdom. Since 1995, she has devoted her time researching Iranian culture. Her many articles and books on different aspects of Iranian culture have attracted a large audience. Masume has been extensively involved in presenting, organizing lectures, concerts, exhibitions, and facilitating exchange and interaction between the Iranian and Canadian community at large. Masume is a recipient of Queen Elizabeth II Diamond Jubilee Medal for her contribution to multiculturalism in Canada, and is currently the chair of Education Committee at the West Vancouver Museum. Welcome, Masume.
Hello. Yeah, okay, thank you so much. Hello, everyone. Happy Nowruz, and thank you to the City of Vancouver, His Worship Mayor Kennedy Stewart, and Vancouver City Council for welcoming this wonderful event. Nowruz means new day and is a celebration of the spring equinox. It has been celebrated for thousands of years as a new year and a spring festival in many countries. In Iran, it was first documented at Persepolis, the ceremonial capital of the Persian Empire, which was built in the 6th century BCE. In carvings found at this city, Darius, the Persian king, and his crown prince are shown receiving guests and ambassadors from other nations during the New Year celebrations. The Nowruz we have today is deeply rooted in the Zoroastrian creation myth, which was popular in Iran and Afghanistan and many other countries before the arrival of Islam in the 7th century. According to this story, the first 7 creations were the sky, water, earth, animal, plant, human, both male and female, and fire. 7 deities protected the first 7 creations, and the day the cycle of life starts and time begins was called the first Nowruz, and the beginning of the battle between the good and evil. If you look closely at the ceremonial table, you will see all the 7 creations, guardians, and their symbols. Nowruz was and still is the most elaborate and important seasonal festival in Iran, Afghanistan, and amongst Persian speakers in the Middle East, Central Asia, and Asia Minor, also in Georgia and Albania. It is celebrated by Kurds in Iran, Syria, Iraq, and Turkey, and the republics of Azerbaijan, Tajikistan, Kazakhstan, and Uzbekistan, amongst others. The celebrations in most countries start by house cleaning, growing wheatgrass, preparing special meals and sweets, making or buying new clothes, partying, and communal meals. The theme of renewal persists throughout the festival. The most elaborate pre-Nowruz festival is jumping over the fire. It is held on the last Tuesday of the year in Iran, but it changes from country to country. In ancient times, this was a celebration of the cult of the dead ancestors, hence the Haji Firuz figure that makes an appearance before Nowruz. In the past, Firuz was the angel protector of the departed souls and lit the bonfires for the festivities. Today, he's a street musician dressed in red with black face, singing and dancing and announcing the arrival of Nowruz. The black face is reminiscent of his link with the world of the dead. Today, jumping over the fire is a purification rite. The fire purifies people from all the miseries and misfortunes of the past year. Nowruz starts at the exact moment spring starts. Families gather around the ceremonial spread. In Iran, it's called Hafsin. In Afghanistan, they have Haft Mive, which means 7 fruits. And in other countries, they have different names. People embrace each other, gifts are exchanged, sweets are eaten to sweeten life, and incense is burnt to purify the space and keep the evil eye away. Prayers from holy books or poetry are recited, and wishes are made. The term Hafsin in Iran refers to 7 objects on the ceremonial spread, starting with the Persian letter Sin, a very new terminology with no historical root, popularized by the media in the 20th century Iran. For several days, younger family members pay respect to the old, and people visit and party together. Special meals are served the night before, as well as on the first day of Nowruz. Nowruz ends on the 13th day of the first month. Picnics are held in parks and in nature, where families throw the wheatgrass from their ceremonial spread into running waters. In ancient times, this day was dedicated to a deity protecting the waters, and people paid tribute to the waters by throwing seeds, flowers, and plants into rivers. Nowruz survived following Islam's arrival partly because the Muslim rulers throughout the region adapted the Iranian court rituals and celebrations from the pre-Islamic era. That included Nowruz. There is no longer any religious significance, and now it's purely a spring festival. In Iran, it is observed by all Iranians of all faiths. Today, Nowruz has become a way to assert identity throughout the region. In many Central Asian countries during the Soviet era, many regional and seasonal festivals were either banned or restricted. Now there are major attempts to revive Nowruz traditions in Tajikistan, Uzbekistan, and other neighboring countries. Kurds in Turkey, Syria, and Iraq assert their identity through elaborate Nowruz celebrations. In Afghanistan, decades of war halted the festival, and now Nowruz is making a comeback, especially in Mazar-e-Sharif. Following years of instability in the region, millions of people from Iran, Afghanistan, and the neighboring countries migrated to Europe and North America, and they brought their traditions, including Nowruz. In Iran, assertion of identity is important both inside Iran and for the Iranian diaspora, and aims to assert Iranian pre-Islamic identity. The emergence of social media and satellite TV provides virtual entertainment with days of elaborate programming with dance, music, and megastars in Iran and globally during the festivities, the kind of entertainment the state media will not provide. With the large number of Iranians and Afghans in Vancouver, many on the North Shore and the Tri-City area have become familiar with fire jumping, where thousands of people with friends from many nations perform this purification rite. The ceremonial spread is displayed at the malls, schools, and major stores, and now here at the City Hall. There are dozens of concerts, dances, and Nowruz celebrations throughout the city. The apparent connection of the festival with nature, spring renewal, and new growth is making it popular with people of all nations who care about nature and the future of the planet. Nowruz is a celebration of life. In the ancient past, it glorified the wonders of creation and the battle between the good and evil. In modern times, it's a feast of renewal and freshness, and a time to cherish and renew friendships and family ties. Happy Nowruz, and hopefully we can all come here once a year if the City Hall will do that. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Masume. I would now like to introduce our final performance, the House of Maulana, who will perform 2 traditional pieces of Afghan music, Molla Muhammad Jan and Sabzi Narang. Thank you so much, the House of Maulana, with Ojang Hafiz on tabla and Majid Qiyam on robab. The Cultural House of Maulana, founded by Majid Qiyam in 2005, has weekly performances of poetry, music, and cultural celebrations for Nowruz, Eid, Thanksgiving, and other celebrations. Thank you. All right, so I would also like to acknowledge Pari Azar Motamedi and Rose Islami, who have created the beautiful half-scene table in the foyer for this celebration today. There are a few flyers out there for information, so please feel free to review those, but please don't take them away. And a kind reminder to please not touch the items and the showpieces on the table. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being such a wonderful audience today, and this concludes our event. Please join us now for a reception in the foyer provided by Sweet Lemon Catering. Please enjoy the reception.
سبزه بوی خاک شاخه های شسته باران خورده